Hello everyone, welcome to day 42 of my road to $100,000 a month in e-commerce. Sometimes, I think I don't know where to start for these videos. And I almost instantly go to, what did I do today? Which of course is relevant. But as we've seen in previous videos, there's been times where I haven't done things during the day. And there might not have been actions, but it's been chances to reflect and provide sort of insights on where my head is at and what realizations I'm having and what kind of new, I suppose, mental strategies that I'm employing. I think I get on here a lot and I talk about how much you need to work and how I haven't been doing that, and I need to create more pressure for myself, and I need to put in systems where I can just get here and I can work and I can not be hanging out with my family or talking to friends, for instance, or not spending as much time, just downtime in general, a time where I'm not doing anything, which I think you should push to. If you have a goal, you push to work hard and do a lot of work, do a lot of volume, do a lot of reps. And while that is, you should strive for that, and I believe in that, I think you still need to plan in downtime. And if you can't plan it, you should work extremely hard and front load that work throughout your day, or whatever can best suit your schedule. And then know that when you hit a certain point, that's when you ease off into easier, more robotic work, and or just which comes down to the extent of how tired you are. You relax and you might do something that you enjoy. Do something that makes you sort of cruise for the rest of the day or the rest of the night, however you set your schedule up. And I think that's the biggest difference I'm going to notice when I front load my work in the morning. And it makes me excited for that. So that's where we're at. I also think in going over my constraints for the day and where I feel like I can improve and how my day's gone in general, I feel like I am still of this mindset that I need to get out a perfect one-off ad or sales page or product page, or just test as a whole. And of course you should strive for that, but I think it affects what I do here. It's like, well, no, this needs to be perfect, this needs to be perfect, and then I've created all these ads and I'm still realizing then when I run a test that I haven't really chiefed over the ad strategy as a whole, the product page as a whole, the sales page as a whole, and just like, is it congruent? Does it have the same angle? What's the copy saying? Where are the consistencies? Where are things not aligning? And that's where I think in the past I haven't done that. I've come to a stage where I've done all these ads, as I've said, done the sales pages, done the product page, and then I was just go, set up the campaign, fire away, not really chiefing the funnel as a whole, the copy as a whole, the angles as a whole. And I suppose it sounds obvious, but I think in the past I just got in my head that oh fuck, the work's done. Let's just launch it. Especially late at night, if I've stayed up and done sort of like the final, not even like final checks, more just like I've finally completed like a campaign set up and everything's live, and it's just like, oh well, fire away. And I think that's cost me a lot of money in my previous tests. Yeah, sort of also reflecting on the weekend, I've come off it and haven't really done much. I cancelled my call today with my coach, or cancelled it, rescheduled it for tomorrow. So I'll have more from tomorrow. It's my first day off without really doing anything tomorrow in a week. So I'm looking forward to doing some work and being a lot more focused. And yeah, I would love for this ecom stuff to pay for BBA and start paying its dues, because yeah, just trying to balance work, the income from work, how much I can do or how much money I can throw at e-commerce while also still paying for BBA, and without considering any profit from tests, and then realizing how much more time I actually need to spend here. It's getting to be called sort of a catch-22, not overly frustrating, I suppose, or hasn't really got me down, but it's like, oh, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, yada yada yada, my laptop's shit. Like, it's yeah. And then I think I shouldn't be comparing myself to others, both people who aren't doing what I'm doing, but also people who are doing what I'm doing. I think it's easy to get caught up in both, and right now I'm caught up in what are people around me doing that aren't in e-commerce, that are in my personal life, that are in especially like a work environment. And I think it's easy to get wrapped up in the social side of it, and also, you know, just you must find yourself in certain conversations, and you sort of forget who you are. You forget who you're striving to be as well. And I think that's where I can get home. Like, I feel like, oh, I need to relax. But it's like, no, it's time to work. Like, this is where the work matters through the day. It's where your priorities should be. And again, like, I love my casual job. I love the people that I work with. But I think there's a lot of times that I need to remind myself of, like, where do I actually want to go career-wise. I think I hesitate saying that because socially, I really enjoy it, and in no means is this me knocking them. But I think there's just certain boundaries I need to put on myself. And I'm lacking that at the moment. Like, I'm lacking, probably not, like, that I should prioritize getting things done here before I do something socially, or it could be just like staying back for a few drinks. Like, I need to prioritize here, and it's hard to do that at the moment. It's been hard for me to set a timer on, this is when you should go home, this is when you should start saying goodbye, and then me just really enjoying the moment of being with them, or being, it could be another social environment, and it's like, I don't know, I'm finding that to be a bit of a conflict at the moment. Because on the one hand I enjoy it, and I like hanging out with my friends, and I like sort of, you know, letting loose a little bit. terms of just like a few drinks. But then I get back the next day and I'm almost like internally like, you didn't deserve that. It's hard, it sounds harsh. And like when I try to open this conversation up to other people, it's like, oh, you know, you're being too hard on yourself. Maybe I am. I don't think I am at all. I think I give myself certain expectations and I'm right to give myself those expectations and work harder and be better. Like I think about when I was in sales and I wasn't that happy and I felt a lot more pressure and a little bit more stress than what I was used to, and a lot more out of my comfort zone than what I was used to. But it made me better, and it, you know, chiseled away at who I can be. I need that back. And I feel like it's down to me to make that for myself. Like, yeah, it'd be good to have someone around to help with that, but I think it's such, like, e-commerce is such a one-person sport initially, because it's doable as a one person. Like, sure, you can get coaches, you can get advice, but there's no one there sitting there helping you refine your skills, really. Like, I can't jump into like a sales arena and go back and forth and do like mock calls. There's no such thing, to my knowledge anyway. Could be completely wrong. You know, it could be something like, I don't know, add strategy and see like how you do it, but like you just focus on your own product anyway. So anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah. I can't remember if I talked about this yesterday, but I'm also tossing up this idea. That's got to be the most said saying in these entire vlogs. Anyway, I'm tossing up this idea and putting into action ultimatums. And I was thinking, how can I create pressure for myself that makes it seem like I'm surviving, and to achieve this certain thing or avoid this certain thing, it's out of relief. Because I know that's where the most drive, the most growth, and most action will be from. It's not going to be, hypothetically, if I don't make a certain figure or if I don't achieve a certain thing, I'm not going to be able to buy myself, say, a watch. Like, that's not as motivating. That desire isn't as motivating as I'm going to go and rent a house, and if I don't make a certain thing, I'm going to have to move back home. That's a lot. So I need to create more things like that. One of them that I need to really put into motion and start letting people know is that I will leave my work regardless of where I am financially on April when I've paid off BBA. And that to me is a bit daunting because I don't want to get another job. It would take a massive hit to the ego as well, because I am someone who needs to be in e-commerce and wants to be in e-commerce and do it full time, and doesn't want to leave a job that I get paid well to do. It's flexible and I enjoy, to go get a shitter job that could have all the negatives compared to where I am currently. But I'm doing it for personal growth. Like, it would be a bit like you didn't work hard enough all of last year, so now you have to do this. to me, that's a bit shameful. Like, I want to avoid that. So I need to work harder every day and show up every day and do more every day and critique myself every day and go to the calls, go to the stuff I'm paying for. And, you know, I think for anyone out there who isn't in a similar course or, you know, doing it kind of by themselves, like, reach out to people on Twitter, mentors. And I think initially it's hard in e-commerce, and it's where I probably stuffed up a lot at the start or found things confusing, is that there's so much conflicting advice, there's so many different strategies. And so where do you start? Like, how do you, like, obviously you can say just start, but you don't know what the best route to go down. But then fundamentally, that's where my thinking is wrong, because it's not about that. It's about moving and being directionally correct rather than, you know, jumping to the one point. And Alex Hormozi, he hammers that point home quite often. Anyway, spend less, work more at your desk, and protect your time. Protect your energy as well. That's what I'm learning. Protect your dopamine. Protect yourself. So anyway, another little long rant. Well, I'm going to get ready for bed, wake up and kill it tomorrow. But until then, adios. God, I can't wait to just succeed in this shit. Can't wait to just do well. And yeah, you know, eventually you just get kicked in the nuts more, and there's more problems, there's more shit that breaks. It's crazy how I feel like I'm going to experience this the most. There's that exponential growth of you put in a certain amount of hours and you're getting fucking nowhere, or you're going up a little bit. And then all of a sudden it all compounds and you just like soar. And I feel like that's going to happen. I don't know when. It's all depending on my skill level and how much time I put into developing those said skills. Yeah. I've done enough yapping for today. I could continue. I could go on. I should almost do lives at this point. But anyway. That's been day 42. God, for someone who hasn't done much today. Got a lot to talk about. And you, on today 43. I hope you didn't bore yourself to death, I suppose. Anyway, 43. Onwards.